time to sow, a time to keep silence, and a time to speak, a time to love, and a time to hate.
And a time to hate. That's one thing set against the other in everything. And when it comes down to love, the opposite of love is hate. And there's a time for all of that. And if you don't know right now that we're in the time of hate, you're a fucking idiot. You're in the time of hating your oppressor as he tries to get you to forget about what he did to you, like the serpent that he is.
A time of war and a time of peace.
We're in the time of war. There's wars breaking out all over the world, including the United Snakes of America. Because this devil is about to come, he's about to show you his teeth and his horns. Come down on you jakes like there ain't no tomorrow. He wants to exterminate you like the Most High is going to exterminate them. So you can't argue with the scriptures. The scriptures are giving you the characteristics of the Most High. Not out of some man's mouth. God is all love. What God is that? That's not the Most High. That's not Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them. Exodus chapter 20, verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
That's saying the same thing as Deuteronomy. Stating it again. Visiting the iniquity is punishment and payback. Does that sound like an all-loving God? Well, I know that my father punished me when I did something wrong, and he loved me. But the Most High don't love you, Edomites. He hates you. And I'm sure he takes great pleasure in exterminating, or that he will when the time comes. It's going to be a glorious day for the Most High to exterminate you damn Edomites off the face of the world and out of the universe forever. So we're destroying some of the myths that people like to place on God, as you call it. You can have your own God and do what you want, make him into who you want to be, but the Most High of the Bible told you who he is. And that's who we worship.
Numbers chapter 14, verse 18. The Lord is long-suffering and of great mercy, forgiving iniquity and transgression, and by no means clearing the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation.
That's right. He's long-suffering. That's an attribute. That's a characteristic of the Most High. You could do some wickedness today and think you got away with it. You could live the rest of your life and die thinking you got away with something. But until the third and the fourth generation, the Most High don't forget. He's long-suffering. That's a characteristic. He could destroy you the moment you perform some wickedness, or he could let you think that you got away with something, like you Edomite. You think you got away with all the wickedness you've done in the 500 years that you were given the reign, and before that. Like when you wouldn't let us pass through Edom when we was coming out of Sinai. You can pay for all of that. Because the Most High is long-suffering, which is a characteristic of the Most High that people don't like to acknowledge. Read that again, please. Numbers 14.
Numbers chapter 14, verse 18. The Lord is long-suffering and of great mercy, forgiving iniquity and transgression, and by no means clearing the guilty.
Okay, now, who he's going to forgive is the nation of Israel. And one day all of Israel shall be saved. That's where the great mercy comes in. It comes in to the children that he chose, who can sometimes be guilty. But you Edomites, you are guilty, and you won't be forgiven. That's one against the other. You got forgiveness over here, and you got no forgiveness over here. That's just how the Most High gets down. There is nothing you can do about it.
Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation.
Yeah, that's about the third scripture that it comes out in. Because you Edomites, your forefathers, the founding fathers, or whatever you want to call them, demons, they sat down at that restaurant and ate a big-ass meal with after-dinner mints and everything. They had the dessert, they had the after-dinner mints, they picked their tooth with a toothpick, and then dashed up out of there like they didn't have to pay. Well, little do you know, you are those forefathers, and you will pay. Because those are the characteristics of the Most High. He made you think that you got away with something. Just like Esau will let you think that you robbed the bank successfully, but they had that camera on you. Then they go back and do a little research and knock on your door and tase you at the door, and then take you downtown and beat you up a little and then throw you in a cage. That's the characteristics of Esau. Well, the Most High has his characteristics that you can't change. We're reading about it right now.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Now, who led us into captivity? A characteristic of the Most High is that he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Read on.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
We had to wait a long time to get our payback for this. And it's coming. They got it's a rash right now of Edomites out killing you Jakes. Oh, well, your music was playing too loud, so I shot you. I thought you was gonna pull a gun, so I shot you first. Well, that gun is a sword, and he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. You got a 358. What is it? What is this about here? A 380.
What? Sean, what?
You out shooting niggas with 380s.
What bus do I take for real?
This is what the Most High is going to do to you. This is what he's going to do. This is the sword that he's going to draw on you. A sword is a killing instrument. You could draw a pistol, a 9mm, and shoot somebody dead. That's a sword. Well, this is a sword. An ICBM, an intercontinental ballistic missile. That's a sword. And you Edomites must be killed with the sword. Huh.
Isaiah chapter 34, verse 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. And all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment.